What up, though? Welcome back to the Beat Factory 313 War Stories podcast, and I'm your host, Juice. And we got my brother, my partner, back with y'all today. Let them know who we got in the house.
Y'all know who it is once again. One Nico Williams for all y'all that know. Nico Blasi, Rock Bottom affiliate, formerly Cat 7 Mile. MBOC hostage name Sherman Wagner, 228509. What's up, Juice?
What up, though, man? What's going on, bro? I know you got some stuff you want to talk about, because there's a lot of stuff going on. Reach out to give an example to the youth of what's going on. Tell them what's happening.
Yeah, I had to tap in today, man. I just want to kick it with, the young soldiers out there for a hot second, right? I'm going to ask the ladies. We need y'all at every step, but I'm going to ask y'all to sit this one out, silent observe from the side while I talk to the sons, the brothers, the nephews, And for what it's worth, they say long money is a short conversation. So I'm going to just kick some real shit. It ain't going to take a long time. I'm about to put my little brothers up on the secret, man. First and foremost, I admire y'all, man. Y'all got all the heart in the world, man. Guys is trying every new angle in the world, you know what I mean? To try to figure a way out, man. Ambitious as they can become. But they missing a lot of guidance, man. A lot of fakeness going on. Guys who ain't never really did it, pretending to be the leaders and the gurus of this game. And it just ain't no loyalty, man. So I'm going to start it off with a secret. I want y'all to keep this to yourself. Don't tell it to nobody but somebody you love. Here it goes. The game is all fake. It start off fake and it end fake. See, when we was kids, we all started off saying, hey, man, don't let him hit the bottle because he eat pussy. We was all screaming at when we was all eating pussy. You feel me? It started off that way, man. They can put you in a blender by having you live up to standards that they don't believe in. We all did it, man, when you was a child. Once you become a man, you come off of that fakeness, man, and get on some realness. And the real thing about a man is first and foremost principles. You got to be loyal to your principles before you can be loyal to anybody else. So my first loyalty is to my family. Secondarily, if my crew is part of my family, then you get the benefit of my loyalty too. Now, the next step of loyalty is being loyal to the game. And I'm only in the game with my family to be loyal to the cause that we came together to agree upon, whether it's to be rich, whether it's to live a long life, whether it's to protect what we got, whatever the plan was, man. And I just want to say that. So let me fast forward just a little bit and say this, man. Ain't no winners in jail, man. Guys out there way too eager to come to the joint to prove a point. Ain't no winners in here, bro. Everybody in here lost. Ain't no winners. I don't care what kind of money you got on your books. None of that, man. No matter how big your name was, dude. If I had $1 billion right now, I'd trade it all in for one more hour of freedom. Because ain't nothing in here to be proud of. So I just want to say that. And I ain't saying, man, stick to your principles and stick to all the things that make you a man and that you agreed upon. Your word got to be your bond. I'm just talking about options. Now let me talk about what's been going on recently with indictments with these crews, especially with the internet. Guys who upwardly mobile. Barking dogs don't chase parked cars. So if the feds and the police is looking at you and your crew, it's because y'all making noise out here. Positive, negative, whatever. That means y'all making motion. I'm only saying this. What's wrong with low key? Why it got to be on the internet? Why everybody posting anything? Why you got to kill somebody else when you're trying to get away with something? I don't care if it's legal or illegal, man. I ain't gonna never run around telling the motherfucker how much money I got in my safe, how many guns I got on my belt, how good my woman cookie is. That ain't your business. You know what I mean? And the rest of these guys out here, man, that we looking up to and watching them, man, they falling. And we following them right down the rabbit hole, bro. So you talking about the gang situation with the boys out in California. These guys don't came home from the joint. They don't did the most positive shit on earth, man. And look what they doing to them. They doing the same thing they did to the Larry Hoovers, the Jeff Fords, you know what I mean? The King Babaloos, the Bobby Lavenders. Man, when you out here really trying to give a guy the proper perspective on how to move, you're going to always have people lined up against you to kill your voice. And I'm just saying this, man. Right now, look down in your lap, bro. If you got a pistol in your lap and that thing ain't registered, you got two problems. One of them, the police. The other one is the problem that you finna run into as soon as a guy violate anything you think is worth killing for. I ain't talking about him dying, and I ain't talking about you going to jail. I'm talking about your people out there without you. Who gonna do your job? Who gonna hold your sister or your baby mama down with some lame cat call itself victimizing them. I'm just saying, let's make good decisions about what we doing right now. We can't all jump out the game. We can't all quit school right now and become millionaires. I'm only saying this. Let's just talk about niggonometry. Man, doctors, they make, let's just say $500, $600, $700 a day. Guy that make $500, $600, $700 a day where we from ain't really doing much. He ain't making no noise. But for some reason, his $500, $600, $700 keeping 2 blocks away from the projects. The doctor $500, $600, $700 a day got him in Bloomfield Hills. Make that shit make sense. That don't make no sense, man. Next thing I want to say is, for all them guys in our age bracket, Juice, high 40s, 50s, 60s, man, get out the goddamn way, man. The next come-up kid ain't 50. I don't care how much game you got. The game respect you. It got to be a changing of the guard. We got to be able to teach them how to avoid the pitfalls rather than utilize these guys for our selfish purposes and watch them fall. Man, when you notice it ain't no youth in the building, that means your movement is dead. If all the bloods was 40 and 50 years old, that means we'd be dead in a minute because the funerals is popping off. If all the G's, if all the Christians, if all the Muslims was old men, bro, that means the movement is on its way out. We got to respect these young guys and what they out there doing, man, you know? And what they need to know first and foremost, if you got 5 niggas in your crew, 3 of them fake. I know y'all heard me. I ain't lying. It got to be more fake niggas than real niggas, because if it wasn't, bro, it wouldn't be nothing to put on your resume. That's the realest shit of it. Ask the feds. When they get them all in that room, bro, trust and believe me, niggas you grew up with telling their mamas. Why? Because he's trying to get back to a bitch. He's trying to get back to a bag. Or he really didn't love you to begin with. Listen to what I'm telling you. If you're around 5 niggas, for sure, 3 of them fake. I don't even know their names. I'm telling you what God loves. I'm in here. I'm with them. Everybody is faking to some degree. Even if a motherfucker just got a sour taste in his mouth about something you said or did, and he don't tell you that. If you knock down a broad that he wanted, he don't tell you that. He wearing a mask, man. Let's just get back to the real shit and say this, man. Listen. If your girl, your mama, your sister claim to hate rats, what about when you get caught up and she in there telling you in the courtroom, man, you better bring your ass home? I don't care about them. I care about you. I'm just telling you. It's all fake. It's all relative to circumstance. The only person who believes in what you believe in is you. And if you're not built for it and you don't believe in it, man, quit faking, man. Get out of the way, man, before the shit take you under. And I'm just telling you from a nigga that got regrets. I love to tell people I don't live with no regrets. I regret I listened to a bunch of fake niggas and did the realest shit ever. I don't got no codees. I ain't got no smut on my rep. I ain't backing down or none of that. But at the same time, I'm in here finding, man, I was great at things that I never knew I had an opportunity to do. And I want y'all young cats out here that's making the game what it is, that's keeping the culture alive, that's doing all the things that guys should have been doing in my generation. I want to say, strong salute. I tip my hat to you. Don't let it take you down, though. In the end, the only thing that matters is the win. It don't matter about what you used to be or what you used to do, you know? One more thing I want to say, man, this for all the tribes out there. I represent a tribe. My man represent a tribe. I don't understand a person who don't represent a tribe. I'm not promoting one over the other. I'm only saying this. Protect your head if your head's protecting you. I'm going to say that one more time. Protect your head if your head's protecting you. If a guy acting like your life worth less than his, man, fuck that nigga. And tell him I said it. You feel me? And if I meet him on this side of the yard, baby, I tell him to their face fuzzy. But this is all I'm saying, man. I just wanted to kick it with my brothers for a minute. Ask the sisters to sit out, because here it is. If you don't hear it from a guy that's been through it, a guy that know it, a guy that did it, then you ain't got no business listening to the guys that's faking the funk all the way through, because they don't know shit. The last thing I want to say, I want to put something in your brain. While we all out here representing these tribes that was started by these guys whose names we use every day, when the last time you pulled one of them guys up on the computer, got his inmate number and shot him $10? Because if everybody that screamed that guy name out did that, he'd have the best lawyer in America. He'd be working on coming back. Or if nothing else, he'd be taking care of his family. Don't hold the nigga dick holding his banner. and ain't holding him down. If you meet a nigga in the street and he say he out here, tell him, let me see your phone. All I want to see is the JPay app on the front of your screen. Because if you ain't, you probably popo, bro. Because everybody out here moving in these streets got to know somebody locked down. So I'm going to send a sharp salute to all the soldiers who doing what y'all supposed to be doing. Family first, bro. It ain't going to last forever. Tuck up some cash. Look for an exit plan. I'm going to give a strong shout out to my man, too. Because while people out here ratting on rats, you giving the forefront and the platform for guys to speak their truth no matter what they on, and giving guys some substance they can take with it. Everybody want to talk about the popular topics. It ain't just about talking. It ain't just about lip service. It's about propelling the culture forward, man, and helping to save people before they get caught up in the trash. And that's what I'm about. We're pushing a positive movement, PWM. Y'all know what that is. For all my brothers, I'm telling y'all, Sue Woo. Stand up tall, man. Do what y'all supposed to be doing. Teach these little brothers that they the ones. We ain't the ones. They the ones. All our experiences, we got to give it to them and help them realize it ain't no winners in jail. Ain't no nigga in the funeral home.
You have 1 minute remaining.
Got no truth. My last line before I leave, bro. Never ever forget this. A living ant is twice as strong as a dead lion. If you ain't living, you ain't got nothing to say about this. If you is, man, realize, man, you what's important. My salute. I love y'all, man. Keep your heads up. Be safe. Remember the finish line. Peace, Juice. I'll catch you later, bro.
All right. Appreciate you for tapping in and talking to these young people, man. Call me back.
Will do. Peace, bro. One love.
One love.
Thank you for using GTL.
That was Nico Blase from the Rock Bottom. And y'all heard every word he spoke. You know what I'm saying? And it was just going back. Me and him was elaborating on what just took place in California with takedown of the Rollin 60'S, and they going down there grabbing Big U, Bricc Baby, and Luce Canon. You know what I'm saying? And we seen their demise coming as those other individuals that they was once friends with was doing everything in their power to shine light on any criminal activity allegedly that they felt these three brothers was involved in. We go talk more about this topic later on today when I go live with the YouTube streets. I got to send out my condolences to Nikki Shazier. She passed away yesterday, and that's a very dear friend of mine, like my little sister. She's the godmother of my children. So I want to send out my condolences to her family, and I'm going to elaborate on her story and give y'all insight on what a beautiful person this individual was, man, throughout the last 30 plus years that I known her. So with that, tune back in to me later on the YouTube streets with my co-host, Dogface, Public Figure Boogie, and Detroit Gossip. You know, tune back in, y'all. This is the Beat Factory 313 War Stories podcast. I'm your host, Juice, and I'm out.
And not even about me. You all had an opportunity to have access to the office because this is who I laid down with every night. So he made sure we didn't get it wrong in that office. And it spread and permeated across this country when I was able to tell the real world and the real experiences that when people are treated like animals and savages, then you justify how you treat them. No, every person who goes through the system is a human being, and what I'm here to tell you is that you will be treated like human beings from across this world.
Talk that talk. Talk that talk. Talk that talk.
On behalf